Hello, hello, hello.
Wait a minute, what did you do?
I usually we start the show like this, but I had it on Silas.
Oh.
So audio is bumping up and down. So it was just so when we come on, I can be on with everybody else.
Oh.
Well, you.
Okay. Oh. Normally, me and Phil here sitting here is normally the best part of the show.
Yeah.
Before it starts.
Yeah. we're changing some things up.
Like a new table and everything.
Well, it's been here for a while. You haven't been. So Cody Knox, good evening. Chris and Ronnie, comment is working. Josh Seabolt, A-team. Got that right. Although Josh is more like a Phil fan. He's always taking up for Phil.
Seabold is?
Oh, yeah.
He takes up for everybody, though.
Okay. Silas is much more handsome.
Okay. That's what, is that Canning? Oh. Isn't he the one who said the other day, I'm leaving because I wasn't on the show?
Was that right?
Yeah, I believe it was.
Oh, we got a jerk.
Oh.
Left a note on a truck. Huh. Interesting. I guess we have to talk about that. I won't call him out. I think I knew who it was because he kind of gave me a stink eye.
Left it on your truck?
Well, Kel's truck.
Oh.
Wow. We'll see what the people think. I have been running into people like this. It seems like nonstop the last few days.
Is his truck too loud? Is he?
Yeah, we'll start the show with this because this stuff, people just overreact sometimes. Drives me absolutely crazy. Team Phil all the way. Good dude right there. Yeah, see, there it is.
Well, no cinnamon rolls this week for you guys then.
What's that?
Well, we're having a bake sale at church, and I was going to make cinnamon rolls, but yeah, I guess Phil can make those for you then. Yeah, Phil can make those for you. Or go buy them somewhere. I make mine from scratch, but.
Corbin's watching.
It's okay, son.
So Corbin uses commas?
No.
No, okay. Give it away, Sarah. Gave it away. Oh, my gosh.
Is my eye red?
What's that?
My eye red? Swollen?
No, it looks, they both.
That's why he's apologizing. I took a Nerf dart straight to the eye today.
From Seabolt?
No, from Corbin.
Oh, from Corbin.
Me to you.
Wow.
So you don't ever put your finger on a trigger unless you're ready to shoot.
That's right. Well, Seabolt says, don't be sensitive, Ronnie. You're my boy, Blue.
No, he's calling me sensitive.
Beep, beep. He's backing up.
Sensitive.
Cousin Nate said he'll buy some cinnamon rolls.
Generations Church this Sunday.
What is it?
We're having a bake sale.
Bake sale.
Yeah. We're having a big announcement.
Pastries?
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. We're having a big announcement at Generations. Pastor Shebolt's going to announce that during service.
Big announcement?
Big announcement.
Okay, so
I know what it is, but I'm not going to say anything.
You know what
I do know what it is, yeah.
Okay. So some
huge
big
announcements.
So some big announcements in the past have replacing the roof, I think, was a big announcement.
This is 10 times better than that. This is way better than the store coming in as well.
Oh, so it's not that.
No.
Okay.
He's already told us about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is big time. I'll tell you off there.
Oh, okay.
If I'm allowed to. But though afterwards we're having.
I told Seabolt about some things. He goes, "How'd you know about that?" I go, "Dude, that's what I do."
Oh yeah. No, but I think we're having a cookout and then a bake sale to help pay the tuition of campers for church camp this summer.
Oh, very cool. So, yeah, there's a lot of vacation Bible schools going on right now.
Yep.
How's the kids' school? What generation is going?
Starts here in July.
Starts in July. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Good deal. Good.
Summer school.
Yeah. That's what I can.
Get to learn how to math and read and learn about Jesus.
There you go.
All very important.
We're going to get started here shortly. Anyone name the person currently in charge of Oklahoma right now? Hint, currently not the governor. He's in Europe. Yeah. The governor's out of state. The lieutenant governor's out of state. So the next acting governor is?
Speaker of the House.
Nope. Close.
Colin Duell.
Basically, Colin. No. Greg Treat, Senator Pro Tem, leader of the Senate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Siebel says, Chris, we need to bake you something. I love cinnamon rolls.
One of had mine.
One of Lance's summer teams, he played in a tournament last year. They've asked him to play again. They're called the Little Debbies. They always have your nickname has to be a little
Debbie snack.
Yeah. So like zebra cakes. I think he was zebra
Sharp
cakes.
right here.
Is it?
Sharp. Yeah, a little sharp.
Oh, if you went down right there.
Yeah.
Zebra cakes, ding dong.
Ding dong. No doubt. Ding dongs are the best.
Twinkies.
Yeah, overrated. Unless you fry them. Or put them on the grill. Remember, we had that cookout for Chamber at Mineral Wells. Mr. Chappell put some Twinkies on his grill, and that was pretty good.
JC, our second favorite JC, Jason Canning.
Correct.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you, Seabolt's watching. Make sure you make Chris commit to being off the record on you. You can't trust the media. And there you go. It's not like a football coach. Jason would be ho-hos.
Yeah.
So if you were playing on the Little Debbie's baseball team and your nickname had to be after a pastry, what would it be? Jason's going with ho-hos.
See,
zebra cakes.
Ding dongs and ho-hos are basically the same exact thing, except for the chocolate on ding dongs is thicker. And I like the ding dongs better.
Well, you said it. You've been saying it for years. You're sticking with it. What about Swiss cake rolls?
Yeah, I remember those.
Oh man, those were good.
Those are good.
You peel the chocolate off and then
Yeah.
You can't just eat it by itself. But the pecan swirls.
Ooh, nothing pecan.
Yeah,
pecan tree in the backyard. Eat pecans every day.
Like pecan pie. Just
that's
big old bite
so
of pecans.
gross. There's nobody who really likes that.
Oh, that's a good one. Dana with Nutty Buddies.
Yeah.
Ate too many of those. Oh, that was another one.
What are those wafers? Are those vanilla wafers with the you can get a strawberry, vanilla, remember
chocolate,
those little thin things?
Yeah. Great value. You just eat a bunch of them. Honey buns.
Honey buns. That was your favorite.
I love honey buns.
That was your favorite.
Now Kel eats them a lot.
Does he?
Yeah. The only thing with honey buns is they don't last very long.
No, there's only 8 in a package.
Yeah, and it goes quick.
Yeah.
And have you seen the price of honey buns now?
Oh, I can imagine.
It's expensive.
Like anything else.
Yeah, it's true. Phil, why are we talking about ding dongs? Well, the lead ding dong's not here, so we're having to mix it up. Good to hear from you, buddy. Phil is gone. He's in a mental institute. No, he's somewhere. 5 o'clock somewhere.
He's having a great time.
Yeah. So how many times has he called you?
Twice, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, twice.
I don't think he called me once, maybe.
Once?
Yeah.
Several text messages, but yeah.
Yeah, he sent me some videos.
Oh, I didn't get no videos.
Oh, you didn't get any videos?
No videos.
I got some videos from Phil. Oatmeal creams. Phil, pay attention to the story coming up here in just a second. Let's go ahead and start the show because we'll start the show.
And Phil Nichols, along with Ronnie Phillips. The Open Mic Podcast is part of the Second Banana Media Podcast Network. Coming to you live from Guthrie, Oklahoma, inside the Second Banana Media Studios, here's Chris Evans.
Welcome to the Open Mic Podcast. It is Wednesday, June 21st, 2023, officially the first day of summer. Along with Silas B. Maxwell, Ronnie Phillips, Chris Evans with you. Thank you for checking us out on the live show or the playback as well. It's the first day of summer, and it's the longest day, obviously, of the year. 14 hours and 33 minutes of daylight.
Oh, today?
Yeah, today. So I think we start making our way toward winter.
Yeah.
Starting tomorrow.
Driving to Stillwater this morning, and the cat guys, they said, first day of summer. I'm like, What?
June 21st.
Huh? Is that always June 21st?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I always thought when his dad turned the air conditioner on and plugged it in finally, June 1st.
June 1st?
Yeah.
Oh.
No AC until June.
Yeah. So we are obviously without Phil Nichols. He is on his 4-week vacation. He doesn't like to get out a whole lot, but when he goes for 4 weeks.
He goes all out.
He does go all out, but he will be back with us later this week. And I haven't told him yet. Phil doesn't know quite yet. You know, you've been gone. This is your first show with the new desk.
Yes, first time see a desk. It's beautiful. It's nice.
It is nice. Spacious.
Very spacious.
Very spacious, especially without Phil here in the middle.
Yeah.
But you've been gone for a while. I've been gone for a few days back. Now Phil's gone and he's coming back. I haven't told him I'm leaving next Wednesday.
Oh.
I'm out. Wednesday through Sunday, I'm out.
Where are you going this time? Tracy Lawrence?
Seattle.
You going on another cruise or something?
No. I got a conference. NFHS summer conference.
Why the heck
Seattle.
did they choose Seattle?
They always pick different, they put out bids. And
Come back liberal, aren't you?
Seattle. I've heard Seattle has the thick air to it right there.
I have no desire to go to Seattle.
I didn't think I'd ever go, but here I am, leaving on Wednesday, but staying downtown for there. But the thing I'm a little bit nervous about.
Well, you should be nervous.
Well, besides maybe
Mom and
dying.
Dad went there last year on their last cruise, and they said they would never go back.
Well,
they said it was bad.
And
That's come from them.
and little niece Braden went there, and she said there was some crazy scenes down there. But the thing that makes me maybe more nervous than potentially dying in Seattle is everything's fish.
Oh, that's good. That's a good thing.
See, I don't like fish. I don't like anything out of the water.
You're gonna have a sugar tax. You realize that when you go to Seattle.
A sugar tax?
Yes, anything like if you buy a Coke or anything like that, you have to pay a sugar tax unless you get Diet Coke.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
I forgot about
there's a
that.
sugar tax in Seattle.
Totally forgot about that.
Drink water.
So they still have that?
Oh yeah,
Do they enforce it?
of course.
Oh,
It's like a plastic bag. If you go to Chicago, if you go into Wrigleyville and you go buy a bunch of Cubs gear, they charge you for every sack you get, every bag you get.
so you've never been to Seattle?
No, never will.
I've heard the downtown area is very hilly. So whether you walk up or down the hill, it's a lot of work.
So kind of like San Francisco.
Yeah.
Like in Full House.
Yeah. Not necessarily. Well, it's got some curves, but I was told there's a lot of walking up the hill and walking down in Seattle. So, anyway, Jason says, Jason Canning planning to catch a Sonics game. I should wear my Thunder stuff.
You should wear.
I need to pack my Thunder stuff.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Thunder stuff.
I got one polo, but I was going during the Thunder games. I was going quite a bit during the playoff run. You go to the playoffs, you get all the T-shirts they put on back there. So I have a bunch of those shirts. I just use them for working in the yard or undershirts sometimes. So
I don't watch a whole lot of Thunder, but if I were going to Seattle, I would definitely do that.
does that make me a target? Is JC putting a hit on me?
No, he wouldn't do that to you. I don't think.
He would make sure I would see it.
Just don't leave the hotel.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, I think I will catch a Mariners game. Who do you think's in town?
Oh, when are you going?
Oh, Phil says my trip was not approved.
Oh,
So the flight's booked, the hotel's booked.
I was about to say, you're going to the Seattle game? Yeah.
I love that Phil. It looks one of my favorites on TV.
You're going to just miss Jordan Baker. Talked to him this week, and he's off this week, but he's going to Seattle. Well, I guess he's going next week. You might see him. You might catch him.
Wow, I think
his first game back. His first game back from vacation, which is this week, is Seattle. He has Seattle series.
I think the itinerary, proposed itinerary, has going on Thursday night.
He might be gone by. I would imagine he's probably going to do the Mondays.
The early part of the week.
I would imagine so because he said Jordan Baker is Major League umpire, did the World Series last year. He's from Enid, lives in Shawnee. He said he's going to first game after his vacation, Seattle, his first series. So I'd imagine you probably just missed that series.
And I don't watch hardly any Major League Baseball anymore. I watch a lot of College World Series, which is a lot going on. I guess we can talk about that a little bit later on. But What was I going to say? Oh, who they playing? Are the Rays any good?
Yeah.
Oh, that's who they're playing.
No. Rays started off like what 10-0, 13-0 or something like that this year. They're good. They're real good.
Okay, that's who I'm saying. That's who I'm seeing. I think if I go, I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. It's a working trip. It's not out there to be fun. We're there to get some work done.
Of course.
So we might be working during that time. Might not get to go. GF Guthrie, Seattle is a nice city, very green and friendly folks. Sarah agrees says about the sugar tax. Jordan Tooley, good to see Jordan. She says, "Good luck at Seattle Airport. It's horrible." This is not good.
Well, I don't know. There's not very many airports that are any good at all. Anyway,
said it smells like pee.
Well, I believe that. Yeah, I definitely believe that.
Phil wants to know who are you going to Seattle with? Who is paying for this trip? I have so many questions. It is a working trip, Phil. If you didn't hear me earlier, it's a working trip. I went to San Antonio last year for the NFHS summer conference, and so it's going to Seattle this year.
I feel like that was just recent.
I know.
Was it December? Wasn't it in
July? In June, July, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Dr. Simpson going with you? Or did you guys just meet last year? Or is he go? He's part of that.
Doc Simpson will be up there.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Grant Oliver says be in Seattle in a couple of weeks.
He is. He's going on an Alaskan cruise.
Oh, that's right.
And I told him the same thing. I said, be careful, don't come back. You know what I mean?
Grant, I will report and you decide when I'll give you the full report on Seattle as I spend 3 nights and 4 days there. So we'll see how that goes. I saw someone. Oh, Greg Gibson says, hello from California. Pay per bag here too.
I'll pray for you. I mean,
yeah.
Ooh.
So good to see you. Phil Nichols says, so the taxpayers are paying for your trip?
Oh, here we go.
Not me. Not mine. It's a hard-working company, business that will be paying. I paid for my flight, which I'm supposed
to pay for your flight.
Well, they're going to
reimburse you.
Okay,
yeah. That way, they want you to make sure you get the flight you want.
I get on air.
Get first class.
I did that last year.
Yeah.
By accident. I didn't.
Oh no, get first class.
I didn't mean to.
Oh no, get first class.
No, not first class. Business. I got business, and I remember my seat was like A1 and Simpson was like A21. I was like, haha. Then I got the receipt. I was like, oops, I didn't. Sorry. So they had to pay for the business of that. But so I get on the flight, and I go from Oklahoma City to Dallas to Seattle.
Yep.
But on the way back, I think it's Seattle, Denver, Oklahoma City. So, yeah.
That's be a 30-minute flight to Dallas.
I think they have it down for an hour, hour or two.
It'd be about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I've done that before from Dallas to Oklahoma City when we went to California a few years ago. So, okay. So,
oh, yeah.
Enough about me. More about me now. So, okay. So I literally got this message. What time is it? It's 6:20. And I need you folks to listen and tell me I already know what Phil's going to say here, but so I get a message at 5:46. Okay. So I'm not going to name the business here in town.
You want me to?
No.
Okay.
So my son's truck needs some repairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My oldest kid who drives the truck is at church camp. Get some extra Jesus.
Yeah.
So this was a good time for his vehicle to be worked on. It's been there for a few days. And so there's a gate and all the vehicles inside and they lock the gate. Well, his truck's fixed. No, don't point.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And so there's all these places have gates. So in the place where our car's getting worked on they're fine. So they lock the gates at 5:00. So I went in, paid the bill. Well, I owe them another bill because we got one thing fixed. Now there's nothing. So anyway, so I'm by myself. So I get Kel's truck, and there's usually 3 spots outside the gate that you can park, and for a pickup or drop off. all 3 spots are taken. So there's this gate, and I don't want to pull in behind from somebody and block them because there's no way they're getting out if we block them. So the only other option was kind of an open area in front of the gate, but there's like a big median thing in the middle. So no one's going to be driving in the middle. So I parked in the middle knowing the car was going to be picked up in 60 minutes or less. It was probably 45 minutes because I drove my truck up there. I had 2 vehicles. One had to stay. So I park in the middle where it would not hinder anybody. There's nearby businesses on each side. So I park in the middle because I had to wait for Sam to come home. And I park the truck, I go to my truck, and there's this guy on a 4-wheeler. He not a 4-wheeler, ATV Polaris or whatever. Didn't look very happy. I was like, I had my shades on. I was just kind of giving him the peripheral. Like, he's not happy. That's not good. He should be happy. I know it's a long day, but gosh, be happy. And so I feel tension with his grumpiness. And so I look back there, and he's looking me down. He's giving me a little look. Well, okay, whatever. Maybe he's not. Maybe it's just
you wrote an article about him.
Maybe I'm overthinking.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm overthinking this. So I come up here, get studio ready. Sam goes, picks up the truck. There's a note on the truck.
I bet I knew who it came from. 4-wheeler.
That would be my first guess. This is not a parking lot. It is a tow-away zone. And then underline, tow-away zone.
He's a keyboard warrior.
That's the note, a little sticky note. So should I go up tomorrow and say, hey, here's the situation?
Yeah, you need to address that.
What else am I going to do? I have 2 vehicles and I can't get it until after 5 o'clock.
Did you think about calling somebody and asking them before you park there?
It was not hindering anything.
Was it a parking spot?
My
friend Stefan got a $185 ticket
it's a gravel parking lot.
Right down here?
Somewhere here. So why? I mean,
people, 4-wheeler's probably grumpy. He had a bad day, and then you just go park wherever you want because you think you can.
No, that's not the case.
That's not it?
No.
Oh,
where else? I had 2 vehicles. One had to go outside the gate because I couldn't pick the vehicle up until after 5 o'clock. So, because if they locked it, then we're without the truck, and we need the truck.
Oh, well, your wife just texted me. She gave me a little more insight.
Oh. What? So, she taking up for me?
I mean.
Yeah, even more so. It was in front of a dumpster.
Yeah, that's with trash pickup.
Except after 5 o'clock.
Well,
no, that ain't. Yes, in fact, it was in front of a dumpster. I was completely out of the way.
Well, it's towaway zone. Says so right there on the sticky.
Yeah, that's what he says. Anyway.
Phil?
I hear you go. Phil's already going. Jason Canning, you should put a note on his 4-wheeler that says, "Thanks for letting me know." Also in front of a fire hydrant. It was not a fire. There was no fire hydrants. Here's Phil. I knew that Phil is so predictable. Chris, when you break the law, there are consequences. Phil would have done the same thing.
You can't park wherever you want, though. But regardless if you're not in the way,
you still out of the way.
I know, but you still can't do that.
So what do I do?
Well, you call somebody.
I don't want to bother anybody except for Phil, and Phil's out of town.
You apparently bothered somebody by not calling somebody.
Phil says rules apply to all of us, little buddy.
Well, not all of us. Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton.
Cousin Nate, thank you, Cousin Nate. Some people just want a reason to complain.
Well, there's no doubt about that. Yeah. In front of a dumpster, huh?
In front of a dumpster. There was no it was not blocking the entrance. It wasn't blocking the exit. It wasn't in front of somebody's business.
Well, those businesses around there need to use that dumpster, and you're parked right in front of it.
There was room for them to put a bag of garbage in there.
Look, they didn't put in your truck.
Well, and I think it was closing time
Closing time.
So, yeah, anyway, so.
That got you fired up.
No, I don't know what it is lately. I've had people come after me left and right. It's like I am just in everybody's way right now.
You've been gone for 2 weeks.
Maybe people are just built.
And you kind of late getting things published and everything like that, and people are a little mad about you about that.
So I make a comment because the football player is transferring to Carl Albert, and so he can be close to OU.
That was on your personal page, wasn't it?
It was. And so I made a comment. Someone asked me a question about what you think about this new day and age of kids transferring and all that stuff. So I go, well, I don't like it. I think I'm in the majority is what I said. And then some dude that is condescending, always looking for an argument, taking the other side no matter what it is. He goes, oh, Chris doesn't think parents should do what's best for their kids. I'm like, okay, dude, I'm not even going to acknowledge you. You know, you come onto my page once a year. Once a year, you come onto my Facebook page, and it's always something like that.
Oh, yeah. I know those people.
Yeah,
I know those
like
people.
last year, it was the Caleb Williams thing, and I can't remember what it was, but he griped about that. So he's made 2 comments in 2 years on my Facebook post. And it's nothing but gripe and Chris this. And I was like, dude, you know what? I know you. We've had conversations. We used to be a sports writer. And still a writer, but I'm like, dude, so the only time you're going to make a comment is going to be something negative.
I've had those people before. When I used to post heavily about politics back in the day, there was always this one guy, or I talk about sports in general or politics and sports, whatever. There's just always this one guy who would always come in, get his jabs in, and then you wouldn't hear from him again. He wouldn't like a post of your kids. You wouldn't like a post of the food you made or whatever. Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. I hate those people, man.
Jason Canning. This really isn't Citizen of the Year behavior. # no repeat. No, not this year. I don't want it this year. I want to express some frustration.
Yeah.
I've held it back for many, many years. Now it's time for me to let some of it go. I mean, Phil's not here to do it all the time, so I have to pick up for his little thing from time to time. So Phil, once again, he just blames Simpson. Yeah. He's talking about Dr. Simpson, and
he does that a lot.
Yeah. You know, Brittany, I thought about that too. Said time to unfriend.
Well, it's your personal page, so it's my personal. You can do that.
I could do that.
Yeah, absolutely could.
Yeah, I'm ignoring him because I'm not going to, because he's the type of person that loves that.
Well, he's probably watching this right now.
No. I don't know if you're around.
You want me to send him a messenger and tell him to turn it on?
No, because that's what he loves to do. People like that love to get into that because he knows all the comebacks. He knows all the they
love the conflict.
Love the conflict. Loves being in the minority. He's done sports radio for a couple of years. He got booted out of there and he's the same way on the radio. He was the same way on the radio. So whatever. I thought about that, but you know what? Nah. I don't think I've ever unfriended or blocked. I think I had to block one person. They were from Crescent. That was many, many years ago. Phil says, stay in your lane, Chris. Tiffany's watching.
Who that?
Tiffany. She has the 4-name system going on Facebook. Oh, Tiffany Dawn.
Goodness.
Tiffany Dawn Simmons Dickinson. JC, again, our second favorite JC. Maybe you should do some public comments at the next city council meeting.
Ooh.
I've done some public comments. I've done some public comments before, but not very often do I. Brittany, I've done it. We don't have to do that kind of negativity on our personal page. Yes, that's. I'm trying to stay away from that. It doesn't win. There's no winners on it because it was my opinion. His opinion is going to be opposite of mine no matter what.
Yeah, it's like arguing politics.
It's not going to solve anything. Yeah. So why? I wanted to, and I thought about it all stinking long, but
that's why you need to delete it. Then he's got in your skin now. He's under your skin. He's won. He won.
No, he didn't win.
He won.
I'm over it now.
He won.
He had me for a little bit because I was
He's got you right now. Look at you.
No,
look at you now. Look at him right now. Has he not got him? You better unfriend him.
I'm just revisiting the moment.
You better unfriend him because I'm going to friend him. I'll go back and forth with him.
G.F. Guthrie. Another Texan moving to Oklahoma. Nothing wrong with that.
Who's that?
Sperry, the quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Going into Carl Albert.
I'm sure he throws 95 too, and I got to deal with that next season.
I went through Twitter and I didn't see any baseball picks.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I went through specifically March and April. It was like throwing football. So,
oh, thank goodness.
Now he's got a brother that's a freshman. Now he might play baseball. I don't know. Cousin Nate, tell me who it is. I love to argue. Cousin Nate likes to argue?
He does, and I can't stand it because he never gets mad.
No,
when you get in an argument with somebody, you want to piss him off, right? Not him. He doesn't get mad. And I can't stand it because he acts like it doesn't bother him. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
I can see that.
I can't stand it.
I can see that.
I don't argue with him just because I can't make him mad.
Pastor Greg, okay, I'm out doing a wedding. Glad I got a good laugh. Pastor Greg, before you leave, Ronnie?
Thank you. Appreciate you. Our new cups look great.
Appreciate Chubbo buying what you bought. 20 of those over there?
I got plenty.
Yeah.
We're reselling them too.
Yeah. So Greg makes those, makes anything, but pretty cool. But Chubbo bought 24 of them, I think, for the company.
Yep.
And bought them for us to sell to you. So if you want a cool stainless engraved Silas B. Maxwell, we can make that happen. So we got a bunch of them up there. So appreciate Chubbo stepping out for us and getting those.
Anything for the company.
But thank you, Pastor Greg. Have a good wedding. Phil says Cousin Nate wins again. Phil also says, are we going to another city council meeting? No, Phil, we are not going to another city council. Phil's been asked not to show up to the city council meeting for a few more months just to...
Yeah.
He's good for once every 5 years, but boy, that one time.
And I get the cold shoulder from some of them because I'm associated with Phil somehow.
Oh yeah,
so
welcome to the club.
Like they won't even acknowledge that I'm in the room.
That happens.
Hello, I'm here, hanging out.
Guilty by association.
Yeah, guilty by association.
Yeah, that's
because Phil wanted to act like a 12-year-old.
Yeah, that's just a few. The list will grow the more and more you do that. So, Cousin Nate. Well, Chubbs, we're not on the same side.
So we're usually on the same side.
Phil says, "Stay out of my merchandise." What? I guess it's in his office.
I guess it is in his office.
It's in his office. So, all right, Pastor Ray, appreciate you. Oh, Grant Oliver says, "I get cold shoulder in Duncan now."
Ooh, does he really? Why?
Why? Yeah,
dude. You won a state championship in your first season.
What you did for that town?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They should be having parades for that man.
They really should.
He should be the mayor.
Dude, you know what the problem is about Duncan? They're like a mini Edmond.
I don't know about that.
They're like a mini Edmond.
Really?
You got your country club folks, few snobs in there.
They got 25 golf courses.
That's what I'm saying. They're kind of snooty up down there in Duncan. And like I said, they should have a statue of him.
Yeah.
He does it all.
Does.
He'll be a Guthrie Blue Jay here in 3 years. I've been recruiting.
You're fine, Grant.
I'm recruiting.
There's room on our team.
Yeah, he'll be on our team in about 2 years.
Come to Guthrie, a little bit closer to home.
Closer to home. Yep. Closer to your family.
Now, what if the Grant went to Carl Albert? Everyone's just going to Carl Albert.
No, I wouldn't let that happen. I would like
everyone else is.
Well, I know I would be anonymous and I'd make something up or something. I don't know. Yeah, he'll be a Blue Jay in a couple years.
Cousin Nate reminds us that Phil is must-see TV at the city council meetings. And really, Nate, it's really not must-see TV. It's must-hear TV.
Yeah, must-hear.
You don't ever see hardly Phil on TV, but you do hear from him.
Unless they push the button prematurely.
Unless they premature push a button, yes. Which was a good thing for that day. If there was only a camera after the meeting. Were you there? Were you there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought
funny guy.
Yeah, funny guy.
Funny guy.
Oh, yeah. That's what Phil says.
Yeah, I was there.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that,
funny. Oh, yeah, because you had
I was there the whole time just smirking and laughing just because the hypocrisy was so funny.
Oh, Phil, here's another Phil deal. It was a joke, Grant. I'll tell him to leave you alone. That's a walk-off, Phil. Oh, yeah, because Grant said he gets the cold shoulder because of Phil.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Long story. Still too soon. We'll have to share that story in about 2 or 3, 5 years, maybe.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good one. It was a real good
It's
one.
still fresh right now. And we got to go to Duncan this year. So, oh, crap. I was thinking, we got to go to Duncan. Yeah, I'll have to make that.
You have to call the AD call. You have to call the AD.
Yeah.
Or Brent Ryan can.
But I was thinking Grant was going to be our get out of jail card with Phil coming to town.
Yeah. We could, well,
but now he's the cold shoulder guy.
Yeah.
We might not be having Guthrie Duncan.
Yeah. Well, they just hired a new head coach, so.
Yeah.
Was it Randy Smith, is that what they said? Or was it the baseball guy?
From Pauls Valley. He comes from Pauls Valley.
Oh, yeah, no, Randy Smith was
at
baseball.
Altus, and he was at Duncan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or no.
Which we knew this way before the AD was wanted people to know about it.
Yeah. Okay. So Phil says he can't wait to get to Duncan. Well, Grant was our backup. I guess Grant has some time to work in.
Yeah, Grant will work some magic. He still coaches football. I mean, like I said, he'll be a Blue Jay in 2 years.
GF Guthrie says Phil still deserves an apology from the council.
Who said that?
GF Guthrie, formerly known as TF Texas.
Oh,
wait a minute. Grant Oliver says, I can't wait too. Is he calling victory? That's bulletin board message.
Oh, yeah.
Put it up in the Building of Champions.
Yep. Grant, got bad news for you, old friend.
GF Guthrie says, Chris, can you talk to someone in charge of the city YouTube channel to raise the audio levels for the council meetings? Okay. So
Chris is in charge of that.
Well, not really. I help, assist. The setup anyway.
Right.
And all these buttons, I help set that up. So, okay. So there was a city council meeting last night. We can kind of get into some of those things a little bit later on. But during the meeting, I'm seeing these messages, GF Guthrie, and I think it was Channel 1. And yes, so city manager Eddie Faulkner likes to stand up when he talks.
Yeah, why does he do that? The microphone's down there.
Yeah. That's been addressed. That was addressed last night.
Let's give him a headphone.
I will say this. So they were saying they're having a hard time listening. Someone said, it might be GF Guthrie, they turned it all the way up. I saw the message in the council meeting on my phone, so I'm watching the council meeting. I'm looking here for comments to see if anybody's being rude or bringing up good questions, too.
Yep.
Mostly rude. And so I'm seeing we can't hear anything. It's all maxed out. And I did the little turn-up deal. I can hear it. Now, it wasn't loud, but... And I didn't turn all the way up, but I was able to turn up. Then I went to the home office last night to watch the replay to get some direct quotes. And it was low, but I could still hear. But with that being said, Eddie likes to stand up. He didn't move the microphone. But he's getting a new desk. It's like a stand-up desk type deal, and they're going to be working on a new microphone for him. So that will be addressed. So it's one of those deals. You turn it all the way up in the control room. You don't want to go in there and start messing with the microphone in front of them because they're having some big discussions.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we talked to him afterwards, after the meeting, say, hey, we
give him a snap on.
Yeah.
Let's give him a snap on.
Well, then that's more work, but I think we'll get that figured out. Of course, the city, but I help them out. So, but yeah, we'll try to get that fixed. Well, see that now that's nice to hear. Thanks for taking care of that, Chris. We appreciate it. See, that's a good person, not Mr. Sticky Note.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that one got me. Yeah, it's fresh. It's not even an hour. We got 6 minutes till it's an hour.
You think his four-wheeler's still up there?
No, he was. They were leaving. So if I go up there and tell him, hey, here's this situation. They close at 5. I have 2 vehicles. We have to have this truck tonight.
I would just let it go.
This was the only spot.
Just let it go. Who cares?
Yeah, I think I will too. I think I'll like it.
You didn't get a ticket or anything.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know him.
Said he's having a day. We'll just pray for him this weekend and maybe have a better week.
Pastor Josh. You just sit in the row and pray for four-wheeler guy.
Yeah.
Phil wants to know who's going to lose the Carl Albert State football game this year by 6 touchdowns.
Oh, man. I'm going to guess.
Yeah, it's a race for second place.
I'm going to say Dell City.
We won't talk long because I know a lot of people on here don't like sports. But so there's this stud quarterback who's going to be a junior. Who's going to be a junior. And he's down from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And he's like the top quarterback in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He's only going to be a junior. And he committed to OU. He's a 4-star. There's 5 stars is the max. 5 stars is your true studs. Adrian Peterson, folks like that.
Allegedly. He's still got to develop.
Correct. He's a 4-star. Yeah, it looks a little, he doesn't look like a.
He's a junior, though. Got time
He's
to
a
grow.
junior. Still got to play. So he's a 4-star. And he commits to the University of Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And the goal for the family was to go live where he committed to college before his senior year. Well, he has a brother as well who's going to be a freshman. And like, let's just move now. I don't want to go back to Texas. And so...
well, their team in Texas was terrible.
Well, remind me of that later. I'll tell you what's going on there. So they start thinking of a few schools.
Didn't Guthrie ever cross their mind?
No. Guthrie doesn't get anything like that. So, I think Choctaw came up.
Duncan.
Oh, Duncan.
No.
Oh, I was about to say Duncan.
No chance.
So anyway, they say they're going to go to Carlisle.
Choctaw.
Yeah. So they're looking for a house in Midwest City, going to go to Carl Albert High School. They have a stud running back, Xavier Robinson, who is going to be committing here
On the 27th?
on the 27th.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, probably going to OU. Carl Albert already has 2, maybe 3 other Division I
K-State
kids.
kid, OSU kid, probably, yeah.
So Carl Albert is going to be loaded for the next few years. As they like, if they don't need any extra help, the Carl Albert running back is also a move-in, a transfer, a move-in.
Yep.
He moved in from, I think, Mustang. I think. Mustang.
Yeah.
So,
God,
yeah.
so stupid.
So that's why Phil says who's going to lose this year by 6 touchdowns. And
because they will.
Because they will. And I saw something on Twitter. It's like, man, we just need to get that Carl Albert Bixby game. I was like, hold on.
Yeah,
I don't think Carl Albert wants that.
Yeah, calm down. Yeah,
I don't think
relax a little bit.
We've seen the Carl Albert Bixby. Now this Carl Albert team will more than likely be better, but it wasn't even close.
Yeah, no.
Well, that was one of Bixby's, one of their bigger. They're all good now,
Yeah.
but that was one of the better teams that year. But
well, at least we'll get our state championship team right in 5A this year when we start doing the show.
yeah.
That'd be easy
just
one.
pick Carl Albert every single game.
That'd be an easy one.
But okay, so why if he was why not go to Mustang and make a 6A West Side school go beat?
Well, because they probably don't understand They probably don't know the stat that the West Side hasn't won a 6A1 championship in forever.
His numbers were like 1,500 yards, but in Texas he plays. It'd be like in Oklahoma playing Union, Jinx, Broken Arrow, Bixby, week in and week out. He's in that big district with Allen, Texas, and all those big people. So anyway, so that was the Facebook post and people transferring. And
Yeah, I mean, again, he's got 2 years at Carl Albert, and again, they won it last year by 1 million. They're going to win this year by 7 touchdowns. They're going to win next year by 5 or 6 touchdowns.
And I really think he went to Carl Albert because the kids, all these kids go to camps together.
Well, a source close told me that Libby and Carl Albert coach are good friends as well.
Yeah.
So
I can see that as well. Yeah, I've heard that as well.
So I mean, it is what it is. The rich gets richer, as they like to say.
But
again, they weren't very good. And like I said, his record in Texas wasn't very good. So this will help him if he performs well for the next 2 years in Oklahoma. He might get a 5-star. I don't know. Might. We'll see.
Will he be challenged in 5A?
I don't know. I would like to see the I guess they'll have scheduling. We'll see the schedule. He'll have they'll make a new schedule for his senior year though, right? This year.
Yeah, for his senior year.
So maybe they'll put a few 6A schools in there, see how that works out. It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah. So the race for second place in the district is on. Second place in 5A is on.
Yeah, McGinnis, man, that's not good news for them either. They lost a quarterback, which they're not disappointed down there from what I hear.
Grant Oliver says Elgin will get beat by 6 touchdowns in the championship game. Elgin does return everybody back. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's not too fond with Elgin right now. They're good in baseball now. They're going to be decent in football again.
I think they'll be good in football. Yeah. Jason Canning, just make sure you park in a legal space when you go in to fix things. Yeah. All right. So moving on to the next topic. Did you hear about the bowling coach?
The bowling coach?
Yes.
Here in Guthrie?
Well, you don't have a bowling team in Guthrie.
Bowling coach where?
Okay. Even better. Okay. So this came out today. Oh, here we go. I hope this comes from the Lufkin Daily News.
Lufkin?
Lufkin Daily News.
Lufkin, Texas?
Yeah, Stephen F. Austin.
It'd be Des Bryant, right? Des Bryant went to Lufkin, right?
Okay, yeah.
I think he did.
JC's watching, and JC will be able to tell us. I'm sure you're right, though. Stephen F. Austin, bowling coach, and assistant bowling coach are married. Well, until the papers are filed and attorneys, and they split stuff up. But Stephen F. Austin's State University assistant bowling coach, Steve Lemke, chose to resign rather than be fired this spring after the university discovered he had an affair with a student athlete.
So the assistant bowling coach cheated on his wife with a college student?
With a bowler, a bowler, one of his, yes.
Okay. I'm sure that goes around all the time now, everywhere. But what makes this special? It's because he's a coach?
Yeah. So he's 38 years old.
He's my age.
He resigned April 10th from the program, who, by the way, helped coach 2 national championships. Stephen F. Austin. Second, and a couple of second-place finishes as well. It gets better. And the thing with this is, we'll go through the details. The headline is the headline of the decade. So, obviously, the student athlete was not named. Lemke defended his actions and said the relationships were consensual, but might have been, quote, amplified to the magnitude that is now because of the national championship caliber that we've developed.
He's talking like a football coach.
I think it's more of an ethics thing when it comes to college as far as coach-teacher being with the student athlete. So he's saying, I didn't commit a crime. It's just however he keeps on talking here. So it gets even better.
Sometimes people just need to learn to shut up.
Although Lemke said Lemke and the athlete are 2 consenting adults, they have violated the university's relationship rules. Steve and Amber Lemke since filed for divorce, according to court records. Amber Lemke, the mama, did not respond to any requests for comments.
Good for her.
Yeah. Back to the husband. Quote, I knew it was kind of a no-no, but there's not a rule saying it can't happen. There's not a law saying I'm not going to go to jail for doing something like this. There's nothing in stone. I guess it's just an ethics code, like we frown upon it. But there's no rule. There's no laws broken. And then finally, he said he didn't have anything. He didn't have anything in detail. Lemke, so she goes through she goes through his phone, sees some stuff, and he says it didn't have anything in detail. It was just about how amazing I am. Basically, in general perspective. Amber saw it, questioned me about it. I got to the point where it just built up so much that I basically told her the truth after she dug through my phone. Then he goes on to say, I was a stay-at-home dad for 5 years with the kids while Amber got off to go got to go off and coach the team. And when she'd get back, I'd run the practices on top of taking care of the kids while she was back. When they travel again, I would sit back and take care of the kids. Then when I got hired on, she almost forced me to run practices. I was a volunteer the entire time before they tried telling me to help out Amber. Once I got hired on, one thing stemmed to another. I felt like I was doing too much for what I was being valued at. As soon as we found out, we went through the process. I don't know what that means, but yeah. So
sounds like he had to be a dad and he wasn't happy with that.
yeah,
you had to be a father. You had to take care of your kids. Holy crap! Look out! Watch out!
I had to take care of the kids. Okay, before we get to the comments, and please share those. You ready for the headline?
Hold on. Okay. I want to know why the mistress was not named. If she knows this man is married, as she does, because they're coach and assistant coach, she needs to be named and face the scrutiny.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen in a publication. Now, I'm sure there's 7-10 bowlers on a team. I'm sure the teammates probably know who it is.
Oh, I'm sure everybody knows that. Sure everybody in Lufkin knows that.
House and a sorority house, and everybody knows by that time. People who care to know.
Yeah, I agree with Grant. I don't think he has any remorse.
Has any what?
No remorse.
No, it didn't sound like it. No, it didn't sound like it.
All right, what's the headline?
You ready for the headline? Spare relationship causes awkward split. Spare relationship causes awkward split.
That's good.
That is really good.
That is really good.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So, hat off to you, Mr. Headline Writer.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the news out of Stephen F. Austin.
Oh, that guy was an idiot. What an idiot. I didn't break any laws or anything. Just the one of the 10 Commandments.
G of Guthrie. It's a bowling coach picks up a spare. That's a good one. Dana, you went straight to a turkey. JC confirms it is home of Des Bryant.
Yep.
Did Des catch that ball?
He did not.
I think he did.
He did not. No,
think he did.
Did not.
Grant said, just a no-no. Phil says, sounds like a simple misunderstanding. Simple misunderstanding between the coach and the student athlete. As Grant said, yeah, he has no remorse. Carrie, he's a real turkey.
Now, a turkey, that refers to the way the pins are left after your first throw. What is that?
That's incorrect.
No?
No.
Is when you get 3 strikes in a row?
3 strikes in a row.
That's what I thought.
You throw a strike, and then you throw 2 strikes. That's a double. Mm-hmm. Then you throw 3 strikes. That's a turkey. Like what I do, a lot of times when I bowl, I like to throw 12 in a row for a perfect 300.
Yeah, that's not very. I took bowling in college.
You took bowling in college?
Sure did.
OSU. I was an alley cat here. Jason Kenning. He's a former alley cat.
Yes, he was. His mom was real good at bowling.
GN.
Yeah. Their names are on the wall with mom.
Yeah. She had the brace on.
Yeah, she had the brace on.
Yeah. She had the brace on.
I remember that. Their names are on the wall.
Yeah, I remember all the quarters. I didn't know what by the drinks, but they were playing side games. Sounds like.
Yeah.
The old days at the bowling alley.
Those were fun.
I remember our sister fell and hit her head.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
I think a guy, like a kid or something, like kneed her.
Yeah.
Because I was standing right there, and I was like, well, that's not good.
Yeah.
Hit her shunt or something like that. I don't remember.
Grant says you're thinking of a 7-10 split, Ronnie. Phil said, he was just walking down the street and tripped. Well, never mind. Yeah. Jason Kenny said, this guy's a real alley cat. Man, my team, we won some school championships at Miss Novi's gym class.
Novi's, yeah.
I remember having the strike force. We were strike force. We were also the strike force, I think, was our teammate. I was the treasurer for a couple of years. But for school, I was the captain of the team, and we were the strike daddies.
For bowling?
For bowling, yeah.
Did you guys have volleyball tournament?
Yeah, and badminton.
Do you remember your team name for volleyball?
Spikers? No, I can't remember.
We were the Rodmans.
The what?
The Rodmans.
The Rodmans?
Dennis Rodman was very popular back then today. Yeah.
The Rodmans?
Yeah, the Rodmans. We got first, of course.
Dutch Ratliff won the, I think Dutch Ratliff beat Jason Reese in the badminton championship. When they would have been 5th grade, I would have been 4th grade.
I'm sure Jason remembers that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he hasn't forgot about it.
Dutch Ratliff got the best of Reese that day. Reese had a birthday not too long ago. Happy birthday, Jason Reese. He never watches the show, so
same
he'll
day
never
as
know.
Sarah, so whatever.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Sarah. Yeah.
That's what I told Sarah. I said, you have a bad day. You have a bad day to have birthday.
Jay Reese.
Because you were with Jay Reese. He's the king of Guthrie.
When you were guys out of town, right?
Yeah,
for a birthday?
Yeah, we went to Florida and then we went to the lake this past week. We've been all over the place.
So have you seen this? Thanks, Grant Oliver. What
Yes.
about the submarine getting lost?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Submersible, I think.
Titan.
Yeah,
it's
called the
called
Titan.
Titan. Yeah, you see how they control it with the
Xbox controller.
off-brand Xbox controller.
You know, I use this little thing here to control the show and all that stuff. You can also do it with an Xbox. So an Xbox controller controls the show, and it also controls Titan.
You would get something. You're going 15,000 feet below the surface, and you're going to use a backup the Xbox controller to steer.
And I think it's going to be like around 4 o'clock in the mornings when their oxygen is supposed to. I think
It's Thursday. They have about 20 hours left from what I saw today.
Yeah.
And there are some. Have you seen some of the videos on there?
videos.
You know, like TikTok and stuff like that.
I got one sent today, and it was absolutely horrible.
Oh my god.
Don't say it, but that's one of the worst ones.
I didn't see that one.
That is so bad, so bad.
I want to say one.
No.
Just one.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities
It makes a good
represent.
point. It raises the question.
This is a sad deal, man.
It's a very sad deal.
Yeah, there's like 5 people that spend a lot of money.
All right, moving on.
Okay, good thinking.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah, tell me afterwards. That's a tough deal.
Of course,
I love the Titanic, but I couldn't imagine spending $250,000.
The conspiracy theories are out there too. There, people are saying this was a suicide mission. Blah 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 blah. There's already conspiracy theories going on out there. Yeah, 15,000 feet below surface.
Yeah.
You know how far that is?
Was that like a little over 2 miles?
It's forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Or maybe 3 miles if it's 15,000.
There was
I love the Titanic, but
there was a TikTok and it kind of showed you the depths and it gave you like the averages of other oceans and stuff like that. And like you can probably fit like 5,000 Eiffel Towers on top of each other and still make it to the top. That's how deep it is.
Man, that's so scary because you know just if something went bad, you just hoping it went bad fast, and
nobody in their
have time
right
to think
mind
about
should ever go down that far in water. There's nothing good that can come of this.
So I saw on, I think it was TMZ, the stepson. Did you see this? Hold on, I'll pull it up here real quick. The stepson is like made a post.
Have you seen that one?
You're gonna have Phil looking all these things up
I'm
now.
gonna send it to him.
So the stepson, his dad is down there.
I'm gonna send it to Grant.
His dad's down there, and he's later responding, Facebooking or Twittering, whatever he's doing on. He's responding to this girl on OnlyFans, and he's talking about going to Blink 182 concert. All this with his dad.
Grant sent me that one. I did go to Fort Cobb Lake this weekend, Grant.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Thank you, Tiffany. She brings it back down for us. So sad. Prayers with them all praying for her
We'll
recovery.
definitely pray for the church.
They're trying the rescue. They're trying their hardest, but man, that's
The good news, they heard noises.
yeah. But that could be anything.
Well, I know, but it could be something. You don't know. You got to follow up on it.
Well, and I think the search area was like the size of Connecticut
Oh shit.
originally. Now it's the 2 Connecticut's the area that they're
Oh, boy.
searching. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's pitch dark down there. You're breathing in the same air with 5 other people. It's got to be miserable. That is a sad deal.
Grant says something good would be you saw the Titanic, Ronnie. Something movie you saw?
This is on Facebook. He goes back and forth.
I know this is YouTube.
Okay.
I don't know what Truebird says. I don't know if I want to say that. I don't know.
24,000 pencils down. Is that like stacking pencils on top of each other? Maybe
24,000.
I would imagine it's way more than that.
I would think it was more.
Oh,
than that.
way more than that.
Back to Jason Reese. Jason Kenny says, Jason Reese is forever in second place in sports. I want to document it that I beat him in official 3-point contest. Reese back in the day was the one-handed shot. He had the one-handed shot.
He's a good tennis player, too.
I had that.
Tennis player.
Yes, yeah, really good tennis player. I remember him. I remember his cousin, I think it was Chris Reese, and Trey Blevins got into a big old fight.
Imagine that. Trey Blevins getting in a fight.
It was across the street at Highland Park.
It was
at Highland at the tennis court. It was a big time fight too. Of course, Phil knows Trey, jerk. Jason, going back to the bowling days, Chris had a Strike Force shirt as a kid. I was always jealous. Yeah, there's this famous newspaper clipping from the Guthrie Daily Leader back in the day. It was a bunch of us, I had my Strike Force shirt on that day. So, you saw Titanic, right?
Oh,
You
17 times. That's Tanya and Phil's favorite movie.
Is it?
No, they hate it.
Yeah. It's about to say. I know Tanya. I mean, Phil cries every time we watch it. We watched it a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
but I know Tanya didn't like it.
Yeah, Tanya's go-to is, guess what? News break. The sink ships.
yeah, the sip shinks, and there was room on the thing, I think is what
Of course
she
it
said.
was, yeah.
Okay, I think I'm fresh out of stuff, except for if we want to get into any local stuff. There's some famous birthdays today. Prince William of Wales.
Prince William, that'd be the oldest.
the bald
the older one, with Kate.
41.
He's 41 now?
41.
Wow.
There's not a whole lot of birthdays because on this little website I go to all the time, it's like TikTok star, pop singer, YouTube star, TikTok star, YouTube star.
Stupid.
Yeah. But, yeah, so I usually show a few birthdays on here, but we can just celebrate Jason and Sarah's birthday again on the show. So, boom, boom, boom.
Oh, you're right, Gio. The Beacon is opening, and every summer it's the same thing.
Good.
When's it opening? When's it opening? When's it opening?
I heard it's sold.
Yeah,
Who's buying it?
yeah.
I'll buy it.
Yeah. It's
Oh, my
all the
gosh.
time, every summer.
There's like 25 posts about the drive-in and there are 400 comments. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I got tagged in a few of them. I know the family.
Yeah.
I reached out to a former, actually was on our radio team back in the day.
Yeah.
And said, hey, we're opening this and this. And I was like, okay. No, it's not being sold. It didn't work.
Yeah, it's all the time. And besides, I don't think I haven't been in since I was a kid. I mean, the mosquitoes are bad out there, and you got to leave your car running unless you have the thing in there.
Yeah.
You can have it on. Can you still turn the radio on in there to that certain station?
Yeah.
I remember the ice though. The ice.
be able to
They had
turn
good
it-
ice. Had good ice.
good ice?
Remember the ice? It was good.
Were you ever the kid that walked in front of the screen?
Oh yeah,
And it was,
I would do all that stuff. I'd make yeah. I'd make that. I remember that was when Batman came out with.
Oh, yeah.
Remember he made the bat? Yeah. I did that one.
popcorn was always good at the drive-in.
Popcorn was always good, and their ice was awesome. I love their ice.
Did you ever get lost? Like a kid?
Oh, I'm sure I did. Yeah.
Yeah. As a kid, like now, I don't remember getting to play as a kid on the lawn area before the movie.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's where the mosquitoes were at.
That's where they're at. Yeah, they're bad.
What about those kids on the back parking lot?
Oh, that's
What
where
do they do?
That's where Jen hung out. You don't go back there.
They were there early, and they were always the last ones to leave.
Oh yeah.
And then
And if you peeled out, guess what happened? Marsh was grabbing rocks and throwing out your vehicle. You don't peel out in Beacon.
Dana says, sounds like they need mosquito authority.
Yep, they do.
Earlier, Phil said when you were on your second trip that bug season is good. Bugs are good. GF Guthrie says, are y'all going to the downtown fireworks show this year? They are. July 1st. It's Saturday, July 1st.
Going where?
Have you? No, you were here last year. The big fireworks show at the stadium.
Yeah, they almost burned down my baseball field.
Yeah, fireworks are pop. Fireworks stands are already up.
Yeah, I know.
They like today's June 21st, and the fireworks stands were up like June 15th.
We know why they are. Because they're so expensive to buy now and to import over here. You need more time to try to get your money back. They're so expensive.
China.
Oh yeah, we paid the Chinese billions and billions of dollars to celebrate our independence. It don't make sense. Don't make any sense.
City council, there's an ordinance in Guthrie. You got to buy a $15 permit, and the ordinance says you can pop fireworks on July 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Here in Guthrie?
Yep. But 4th of July this year is on a Tuesday, and a couple council members said, you know what? People are going to be gathering on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to celebrate the 4th of July. So they bumped it up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So instead of 3 days of fireworks popping,
6 days.
You get 6 days.
Let's go. Oh, I can't wait for this.
Hold on. Phil's watching. Your phone might go to Tanya.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
They're one of them. Yeah. Please stop buying fireworks. My dog. Oh, goodness.
That's Phil.
One time a year.
You're going to get Phil going crazy on you here on the messages and when he comes back, assuming he comes back.
Yeah.
She said, "I don't think they included Friday. I think they did. I think they did include Friday. I think they made the motion for what was in the packet. So I think it is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Carrying. I wrote this. I put the article out there today. I haven't been told anything different, so I'm sure they read every single one of those.
G. Guthrie has a question.
GF Guthrie, we've never heard of a fireworks permit. Can you explain it? Yes, you got to have. If you live in the city limits, of course, if you live out in the county, pop fireworks. And, of course, people call the police all the time. My neighbors are popping fireworks. I go, well, they live in the county so they can shoot their guns and shoot their fireworks. It's going to happen.
Yep.
They don't need a holiday for that to happen. But, yes, if you live within the city limits, you have to get a permit. You can go to the Guthrie Police. Yes, you do, Ronnie. You go to Guthrie Police Department. It's $15. You get a sign and all the information on there. You got to put it in your yard. So when you're popping fireworks, police will drive because it's going to happen. Someone's going to call. My neighbors are popping fireworks. But if you have that big old sign, it should stop most of the phone calls. Now at 11:01, 11:02, police love 4th of July holidays. They just love making those going out to tell people to stop the fireworks. But you have the sign there, you'll be fine. And then also when your neighbor says, hey, they're popping fireworks, they call the police can look at 2525 Westminster. Oh, they got a permit. Sorry, they have till 11 o'clock. So that's why you got to get a permit. Or you risk the chance of getting a fine. I rode with a former fire chief. I'm not going to say his name. But I rode with him on a 4th of July night. And there were some kids from Edmond that came down to the lake. You can't do it at the lake.
Yeah.
And they had all their fireworks destroyed and got a ticket.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was, yeah. So you don't want a ticket because then you're going to get on Facebook and gripe about it. You're going to leave sticky notes and all that stuff.
So this was different from when I was here back in the day.
This is...
Before, you couldn't even bring them into town.
Right.
Like I remember them setting up there off 105. You get your fireworks, and if you drove in town, they just pull you over and take them.
Yeah, no, a couple things before we go. Phil says, right, easy. Don't worry about Phil.
Give your dog some liquor, whiskey, medicine.
Don't worry about Phil. Unless Phil runs his mouth to Tanya, then you're in trouble. Yeah. True Bird says it perfectly. They got to catch you first. Fire permits are like property taxes. That's a good one.
But you can shoot any kind of firework in town?
No, it's got to be like C2. Like you got.
I can't shoot artillery off in town?
No, it's got to be the one you get at the fireworks stand.
See, that's what's wrong with this kind of stuff. Let them shoot whatever they want. In Tonganoxie, Kansas, we could shoot anything we want off in town.
Well, that's Crescent, Oklahoma.
You sit in town, you shoot artillery up there. It is a unbelievable, beautiful night to celebrate your 4th of July when there's fireworks everywhere. It's a fireworks show everywhere, artillery going everywhere in the middle of town. That's what it needs to be like, all right? Adam Robb, I'm calling you.
It's too late. It's already in the
next year.
Hayes in the barn. If you want all that, have you ever been to Crescent, Oklahoma for a 4th of July celebration?
No, it's too far. I want to do it in my hometown.
They do it right. Oh yeah.
Crescent's probably the same size as Tonganoxie.
You go house to house to house to house, street, ballpark, parks. It's everywhere.
Isn't it beautiful? It's an awesome thing. It is awesome.
I'm not a huge firework guy.
I love them. I say every year I'm not going to buy them because they're too expensive, but I always end up buying them. But
yeah, we did it because the kids.
Yeah,
obviously, and you still got little ones, so you still got to do it. But I've never been. Phil, gosh almighty.
There it is so much fun when every single person in the entire town is shooting artillery in the air.
Phil says Kansas is a great state. Well, one thing about Kansas. I just went through Kansas as I got back from Omaha on Sunday. You know, you have to. Well, you're very aware of this.
I'm very aware.
To drive on the Interstate 35, you have to pay a tax.
Oh yeah,
a toll. Just to drive through the state. Imagine driving through Blackwell to Perry to Stillwater to Guthrie to Edmond to Norman to Pauls Valley.
So how much did it cost from the bottom to the top? How much did it cost?
I don't know. Our letter.
It used to cost $8 back in the day when I drove it. It's like $12, $14, $15 now. I
had the Pike Pass, and so I'll find out when I get my bill, but I don't want to know. So Kansas, I enter Kansas and I'm already upset.
Yep. Last free exit 4.
Everything's attacking me lately. I need Phil to get back and take all this pressure off of me. It usually sticks to him. This is not good for me.
Yeah.
Brittany says Kingfisher also does a big event on the 4th. And I got to tell you, having a little fun here, but Guthrie's 4th of July celebration is now off the charts with the fireworks show on that stadium where the stadium almost melted.
Right here.
Yeah, no, it's a huge production.
Yeah, it is, but
no, it's huge. Like the big shows, like at UCO. My friend ran that until a case was thrown at him. I don't think he was ever charged, or I don't think he was ever charged. But anyway, but the Guthrie show is huge. It really is, and they have a lot of people do it. A lot of sponsors with that. So we'll get to that. Phil says going back to the Kansas, you have to pay to get to heaven, Chris. That's not true. That's not true. According to JC1.
Yep.
Not JC2. JC1, you don't have to pay.
It just smells when you cross the line, too, when you get in Kansas sometimes.
Smells?
Yeah. Just something there.
Like Seattle Airport? Yeah. That's what I've been told.
Pee.
Yeah. So I went to Nebraska for the first time ever.
Ugh.
Cornfields there. So.
Talk about boring.
So from Topeka. From Topeka, oh, it's Kansas. From Topeka, with all the taxes, including roads, it's from Topeka to Omaha, 2 lanes for the most part.
You got off exit 177.
Did I? Oh, yes, I did.
It used to cost $6.50 from the south to that exit. It's probably a little more than that now.
Yeah. So, 2 lanes from Topeka to Omaha.
That's pretty good.
There were some 4 every now and then. They're working on the roads, but you would think a 2-lane highway between 2 cities. They're not huge, but
yeah, you had 4 while you're in Topeka there for a while. Right. Then it goes to 2. Yeah, it's been like that. Last time I went there, same way.
So I saw a lot of corn when I was in Nebraska.
A lot of corn.
I was thinking, man, there should be a lot of corn. There was a lot of corn off the road.
Did you stop by Council Bluffs at all?
We played baseball in Council Bluffs.
Oh.
In Iowa.
Did you stop at any of the stops there?
Revivals?
Yes.
No, I saw them. There were a bunch of them.
Oh, they're all right there. It's because it's right next to Nebraska, Omaha. That's
and
a good spot.
And I didn't know Omaha was that close to the Iowa line. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we played baseball there one day. And in fact, one of the other families, we stayed in Airbnb, They know when the College World Series is in town. Prices inflated. Go to the restaurants, new menus. It's bad stretch right now. But so we go to the Airbnb. We go eat with the team, and there's Papelbon, which Jordy Ball, the OU pitcher that has transferred from Nebraska. That's our hometown.
She got homesick.
The odds of that announcement, and then like a few days later, I'm in her hometown.
Yep. Homesick.
I'm in her hometown, and so we go to this little sports bar, sit down. There's her jersey and team photo. I'm like, this is a weird coincidence here. This is a small world. Class A state champions.
Imagine being Class A and facing Jordy Ball.
Oh, no. She had 58 home runs. Yeah, I remember the College World Series. They were talking about her high school. She was also hit 58 home runs. Like, that's not Class A. But there are some, like Oklahoma's Player of the Year is Class B, Fort Cobb Broxton.
Is Fort Cobb girl?
No,
that Caddo
the
girl?
boy.
Yeah.
Jackson Willits.
Jackson Willits.
So
he ended up getting the Player of the Year?
Yeah, Player
Good
of the
for
Year.
him.
Yeah. He deserved it.
He's stud.
Yeah, he is stud.
He's
He is stud.
probably deserved it the last 3 years, too.
Okay, well, kind of lost. We've kind of been all over the place here a little bit, but Phil says they have great revivals in the Bluffs. Oh, he doesn't call it Council Bluffs. He calls it the Bluffs.
Yeah. He's got a host.
He's an Iowan. So I guess I've been to Iowa too. So when we were, side note real quick, we were playing the one game at Council Bluffs, at the Bluffs, and our little baseball team was down 10-0 last at bat. 11 runs, walked them off.
No way.
Yeah, 11-10.
Wow.
11-10. But
That's awesome.
Yeah, there are a lot of revivals. There's none in Omaha. There's none in Nebraska.
Nope, it's illegal.
Speaking of small world, Phil's on vacation. Oh no, it wasn't Phil. Phil didn't call me. Your wife told me that he met her college roommate in Mexico.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, of course, Phil probably said, hey, sis,
Yeah, hey, sis.
He goes, where are you from? She said, Kansas. And then,
What part?
what part?
Topeka.
Topeka.
My favorite girl is from Topeka, Kansas. Her name's Sarah. Sarah Phillips? Yeah. She was my college roommate. Shut your mouth, whatever. And then he sends a picture of Callie and like, holy crap, that's her.
It's amazing how that all worked out.
That is nuts. That's so crazy. Just for him, of course, Phil will talk to almost anybody. So it's not, I mean,
So
he probably talked to everybody at that place that he was at.
probably, especially with the fruity drinks.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. Phil will talk to anybody. It's true. So I've been on, I've lost track how many times I've gone through the Logan County Jail Detention Center. And I think it was Phil's first time to go through the detention center. And I think it was with Jim Ballman. I can't remember. And there's a guy getting booked in. And we walk into the little room. Guy's getting booked in, getting his fingerprint. Phil goes, hey, how are you doing? I had to walk out sometimes. Dude, he's getting booked in the jail.
Oh, goodness.
Stupid question. How are you doing?
Oh, my God.
I'm getting my fingerprints taken.
Bad timing, Phil.
Yeah. So
And he probably wasn't being a jerk about it. It's just Phil saw somebody and said hi.
He was not being a jerk. And so Phil says that's exact word for word I said. I don't know if he's talking about Mexico or the jail incident, but I'm sure it was probably both scenarios there. But yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Hey, bud, how you going?
Yeah. How you doing? I was like, oh my God. I was like, with what? I'll tell you later.
The guy probably just looked at him.
Yeah, he was kind of looking. He was embarrassed. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe he thought Phil and I were being booked in next. I guess I don't. Maybe he wasn't embarrassed. Jason Cannon says, "Speaking of Kansas, thanks again for that restaurant comp, Ronnie.
Oh, what
Are
are
you
you
supposed to do something for him?
I don't know.
JC 2. He's got a steel trap. He remembers that kind of stuff.
I don't know. Maybe he came to a casino when I worked back in the day, and I comped him. I don't know.
Oh,
Could be.
maybe you did something positive.
Hopefully.
Cousin Nate, got to pay a fee. Just look at wheat fields for miles and miles. No thanks.
The worst part of that drive is going through Hill Edition or Flint Hills. Flint Hills.
Oh,
no radio gone. You don't get no radio, no phone reception.
Yeah, I saw that.
You don't get any of that.
SOS.
Yeah, SOS for about 20 miles.
Yeah. So I took a random. I was in the Kansas as they collect my fee, my taxes. I take a rent. I see the Flint Hills.
Yeah, Flint
I see
Hills.
the sign.
Yeah.
I'd never heard. I didn't know. And so I just take a random picture, basically, and I send it to a text group, basically mocking Phil about his state. And Harlow goes, "Oh, that's the Flint Hills." It was just the most random picture, and he knew where it was. I was like,
Yeah. Oh, see, it was. Was it It was Final Cut Steakhouse, right?
exactly.
JC?
He did had a work conference. The steak was great.
Yeah.
Where was this in Durant?
I'm assuming. Oh no, we're talking about Kansas. I would imagine it's at the
Kansas.
Speedway, Hollow Casino
well,
Speedway.
you took me there. Well, we drove by.
Yeah.
I can't remember where we were going.
No, it's not, Phil.
Phil says Flint Hills is the
No, it's
most
not.
beautiful place in the
No, it's not.
world.
It's hills and cattle.
JC confirms. Yes, JC2 confirms.
Yeah, Final Cut's good, man. Final Cut's real good. That's a $200 comp, by the way.
So the G of Guthrie asks, what about AG Drummond coming to town? Try and get a second Banana Media exclusive? It's kind of weird. He's coming, but it's not a public. He doesn't want to make a public deal. It's weird. I don't want to go I don't know if I can go too far, but
We'll get him on podcast.
well, media's not invited. I mean, good thing I'm a chamber board member and I can be there, but yeah. So they want people to go there, but they don't want people to go there. It's kind of a weird deal. Anyway, he's going through a lot of, like, he'll be in Cushing next Friday. A lot of people liking the work that AG Drummond is doing. Not to get too political here, but not red, not blue, not buddy with the governor, which would have been the case if the other guy O'Connor would have won. But yeah, so that's what's kind of going on. We won't get no exclusive there. And
Well, maybe he wants
it's okay. We don't
might be next governor then.
Drummond.
Yeah.
I think that's probably on his radar.
Yep. That's why he's doing it.
Yeah,
Nobody comes to Guthrie just to say hi.
Stephanie Bice. You said you had a 1-on-1 with her.
Yeah. Still got Stephanie Bice signs out around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe if she knows about it or her camp knows about it, they would take care of it.
It's pretty easy once the election's over. Send your people to pick up their signs.
Hey, when we won the one election that I
All right.
helped run,
Right there.
we picked up Phil and I, and you.
Yeah.
We went up picking up all the signs that night.
Yep. You had to. It's a respectable thing to do.
Okay, so I didn't know this, G of Guthrie. On Channel 9 News, they said the AG was hosting a town hall, encouraged people to go. Okay, so I get notified that Drummond is coming. Can you help me promote this? I put it out. I go, what are the details? And so I put out town hall coming. Guthrie. And they said, well, we don't want the public. We just want people. It's a chamber event type deal. They just want chamber people coming.
Well, I'm a chamber member.
Oh yeah, 8:00 Friday morning. Yeah,
Check my schedule.
yeah. But yeah,
Might be spraying.
so I wrote the article, and I don't know if they saw. I don't know if Drummond's camp saw my article. If they saw the article, they probably wouldn't like it. It was too late now, but he is coming, and it's the Attorney General. I wrote.
Where's it going to be at?
Meridian Technology Center.
All right, everybody go to Meridian Technology Center. AG Drummond will be there. Take your questions.
Like 4, 5, and 9 like to do, they scope out Guthrie News page, and so I'm sure they picked that up.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm sure they don't want that promoted as well. It's just a weird deal. I don't know. But yeah, totally agree. If you want to go to Meridian Technology Center, talk with the
Go
Attorney
talk to a
General.
public figure.
Yeah, go do it.
You put him in office. Go talk to him.
Phil, if I was him, I wouldn't want the public to be there either. He is shooting for his next office. Well, I think he does. He probably wants people to hear his great ideas. And So
Got a lame duck governor right now. So
3 years left.
yep.
Okay, there was another comment on here. Oh, Jordan Tooley. Sorry, Jordan, I am 10 minutes late getting to you, but I was trying to keep a little bit of a flow here. I love that they are letting families swim in Edmond since the pool is not open. Hate seeing the splash pads closed. And I think Sarah Adams Phillips said something about should the splash pads be on right now. Probably not. I think it's mostly on the weekends with the splash pad.
Weekends only?
It's kind of hit and miss.
Well, it's hot on Wednesdays, too.
Correct. Yeah, the city of Guthrie announced that them and the trolley are teaming up to give rides. Obviously, the municipal Highland Pool not opening this year. I agree with the decision, and we can talk about more if we want. I don't know if we need to open it again. Anyway, we'll get to that here in a second if we want to talk about that.
You're trying to try to take the fun out of the kids these days, huh? Trying to ruin a 90-year tradition of swimming at Highland Hall, and you want to get rid of it.
Get to that here in a second. So City of Guthrie and Trolley are teaming up to offer rides to Pelican Bay and Edmond, swim for a few hours, and then come back. The City
Free
of Guthrie,
ride, and you get to get it for free.
Well, free. I mean, tax-paying citizens pay the City of Guthrie with our sales tax. City of Guthrie is going to pay the trolley to do that. So kind of a weird way. It's not free. If Phil was here, I'm basically being Phil right now.
Yeah, you are.
I'm being Phil right now. You're welcome, Phil. But
so that's why you don't open up the pool either, because you have to pay for it.
Okay.
Use your words good here.
I will, because I'm on the YMCA board as well. But yeah, splash pads are weekends and holidays at this point. Thank you, GF Guthrie. Probably read that right in the Guthrie news page article.
It's probably a hard load of G of Guthrie, I would imagine.
So we just got a text, and we don't need to discuss that. But
What is this?
well,
Oh,
yeah,
Cubanos.
okay. I have a story off the air. We got a lot of stories off the air that we gotta get to. So yeah, so that's the pool. Okay,
No, go ahead. Explain yourself.
so the pool built in
YMCA is right here.
right there. I missed the meeting because I was out of town. Before I get there, nothing's free, little buddy. So I spoke for Phil there. Okay, so on a normal day in Guthrie, on average, how many people go to the pool, you think? On average.
Here in Guthrie?
Mm-hmm.
The Highland?
Uh-huh.
Oh, hell, I have no idea. It was packed when I was growing up.
Yeah, living across the street.
Yeah. It was $5 a head back in the day. How much do they charge now? Oh, it's just YMCA membership, right?
Yeah, YMCA, but they have. I think it's $35 still.
Oh.
It's still very affordable when it's open. I think 30 people on average.
That's it? There was 30 people in line when the first used to open.
Yeah.
Close it up.
And it has a constant leak
Yeah.
and water constantly going in there. Tinny took me on a tour, I think 2 or 3 years ago, and I did the video. If you look on Guthrie News page YouTube, I did the video there. You can see that there. But it's a big old leak, but you don't see water running. I guess it's underneath. But there's parts of it crumbles. The state, whoever overlooks that swimming pools, state agency, whoever, it's constantly need to do this, this, and this. Tons of water goes in there every single year. And then if you want to build a new one like that, like a simple one, like $3 to $4 million bucks.
So
to do it right would probably be $5 to $8 million.
bring in Pelican Bay in the Guthrie.
Well, you're gonna
Raise taxes. Let's go.
raise taxes. So what about the miles and miles of sewer lines and water lines that have to be replaced? You put that above
That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
Guthrie's so old school, so far behind in every single thing. We gotta start getting stuff done and getting stuff passed.
So
all right?
where do you get the money to do all this?
I don't know. Put it in a bill or something. Let's go. Raise property taxes cent.
Raise property taxes.
do it.
Well, the city doesn't get money from property taxes.
Okay. Well, we gotta do get city's money.
Sales tax.
All right. Let's raise sales tax.
Well, you got 3/4 of a visitor tax that was just
Still
rescinded.
coming yet?
There's a
Wait.
10-year tax that's coming up sunset here in a few years. So, got a county sales tax coming up here in a few years.
Well, that's what it is. They need to raise the county tax. That's what they need to do.
Well, the county tax right now pays for the jail, pays for the fire departments, and pays for roads and bridges.
Well, I bet if you raise it up a cent or two, we can get a lot more money.
People already complain enough right now that the sales tax is too high.
Well, I know in Elk City, in that county, they have
Elk City did it right.
22,000 people in that county. And from what I hear, they raised the county tax 1 cent for all citizens, and they built a brand new, I don't know, it was 8-field complex, all turf fields.
Baseball and softball.
Oh,
Huge.
unbelievable.
Yeah. They did it right. And that no one's going to go to Elk City, but a lot of people do because of the baseball and softball.
Absolutely.
And hotels, all the
Yes.
restaurants. They need more restaurants there.
They need more restaurants and they need more hotels.
And it's packed. Every field's packed.
Every field.
It's turfed.
And if you did that here in Guthrie and you made the 8 fields, if you took Elk City's field and moved right here in Guthrie, I would run that thing and I'd have a tournament every single weekend. All the restaurants going to be full, especially with the new visitor tax.
Yep.
You're going to have all the restaurants full, all the hotels filled. And this is going to be constant money flow from March or May or whenever school's out to the end of summer. Every weekend you have a tournament.
All right, you're getting the Republicans fired.
Am I getting them? Oh, yeah, here you go.
You're getting the Republicans fired up.
I was waiting on that.
A few things first, though. Dana says a sugar tax would pay.
Sugar tax, yeah,
Sugar tax.
absolutely. That's a good idea.
If you missed the front part of the show, you missed out on that one. And then here comes some of the comments that you will get back with this stuff. We need to grow the tax to the tax base. So you need more restaurants. You keep the tax the same. I think that's what Phil's saying here too. The tax base has grown significantly in the past several years, meaning you can keep the tax the same, but if you bring more businesses in, you get more tax dollars that way. Same thing with property taxes, like the school bonds. We pay those school bonds off a lot faster because more houses are being built and more people are living here, so it pays off the bonds faster.
How come they didn't build that daggum crest on the other side of Waterloo for us? That'd have helped out.
Would have helped out.
Goodness.
Would have helped out. Charlie Meadows, the new county commissioner, talked to him today, and he's brought up this Winco. It's a food it's a grocery store.
We need Culver's in town, too. Somebody bring Culver's in. Go ahead, sorry.
That's weird you say that.
I love Culver's. Ooh.
That's a fast food restaurant, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were in Topeka, and I can't remember who was telling us.
Butterburgers.
Yeah, they were talking about Culver's.
Culver's.
I never heard of it. But
Oh,
yeah,
man.
they
That's
said it was,
awesome.
Can't remember who it was, but you know, the county tax keeps going up smaller every year. But you know, a Wendy's, a Taco Bell, Warren Cat's going to open up, and if you make one tractor sale, that's going to be a big sales tax boost. But that's down in Waterloo, so that just goes to the county. So in city limits in Guthrie, you're paying 9%. Whereas down if you're outside of Guthrie city limits, it's just the state tax, and the county tax, you're at 5.25%. So.
Oh, Phil.
Yeah, Phil has said, Phil's not just saying it. He's said this for a long, long time. Some of us don't want Guthrie to change that much. If I wanted to live in Edmond, I would have moved there 23 years ago.
No, I get that part, but as far as athletic facilities and like summer baseball stuff, there's nothing here, man. I mean, you seen Owens lately? That place is a dump.
Yeah,
it's sandbag. It's awful, man. I know they're supposed to be fixing all this, and we're waiting on this, and waiting for the tribe to approve everything and all this stuff. But man, if you get a facility like that, man, people will come to your town, and maybe your athletics as far as high school would get better too, because people want to move in here and play.
Logan County is the third fastest growing county in the state.
Yeah, but everything's going across the county line instead of coming here. Those people aren't coming to Guthrie to do anything; they're going to Edmond.
But also remember, people in Crescent are coming to Guthrie to do their shopping as well. So,
Or just stay down Portland and go.
could.
That's true, G.F. Guthrie.
We want Guthrie at modern cities, so we need to do what modern cities do. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, we can still keep this the way downtown looks. I mean,
Speaking of downtown, did you see the news page article today? Sidewalks coming to downtown. Oh, you weren't here. 2020? 2019?
no.
Ugh. So,
Did green dumpsters get approved too?
no, that's gone and passed. They had them in Nebraska though, green trash cans. So downtown sidewalks. So remember, ODOT did the nice sidewalk down Division Street, but it stopped because of the Historic Preservation Commission in Guthrie stopped that. Or we would have sidewalks from Walmart all the way down to Noble here on Division Street. Didn't happen. It's been free sidewalks. But anyway, so back in 2013, there was a thing called Gentlemen of the Road. Mumford & Sons comes to Guthrie. And the extra tax money came to about $169,000. And I was on a committee of this big old streetscape for Division Street here in the downtown area. There's going to be bump outs, trees, a whole bunch of stuff here in the downtown. Not a lot of people didn't, some people didn't like the bump out situation, didn't like the trees, didn't want to disrupt the downtown 1930 feel to it. So in 2016, Guthrie gets a grant from ODOT for like, I don't know, $850,000 combined with the Guthrie's $169,000. It was going to be that streetscape that I was just talking about. Back and forth, didn't happen. Well, now that grant was awarded in 2016. Now they have finalized the financing situation, and so now they're going to have sidewalks on both sides, east and west side. So the studio is going to be a mess.
Oh, goodness.
Imagine Phil every single day, parking spot, walking around, everything.
That's still not a parking spot down there. We'll go ahead.
Yeah. So they're going to, down Division Street, the sidewalks, if they're bricked, they're going to be bricked. If they're concrete, they're going to be concrete. But they're going to replace the east side and the west side of Division Street. And I think they're going to tie in. The original grant was just basically on the other side of Harrison Street to the other side of Cleveland. But Trent January, who's an engineer division for ODOT in our area, good dude. Guthrie didn't have the extra money or didn't want to spend the extra money. And so they picked up an extra $300,000 because of inflation. And I think they're going to go from sidewalk, try to tie into the old sidewalk. So we'll have sidewalks updated in downtown Guthrie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds like backed up traffic because traffic is bad enough at 3, 5 o'clock here. Can they not fix these lights over here? Over here on Noble and Wentz?
Noble and Wentz?
The turn lane is always turns left if you want to go north on Wentz in that turn lane if you're on Noble.
Yeah.
It goes no matter what, even if there's nobody there or not. There's got to be some kind of sensor or something. Because it will get backed up big time because of that. Because there's nobody in the turn lane, but you still got turn. But then this lane and that lane, the lane is all the way back past First Christian Church.
I can make a phone call for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to work on these lights. They get better.
Well, for a while, I didn't like the industrial division sign, but boy, it knows exactly where
It's a lot better now, yeah.
It's tons better.
Yeah, I remember that. It was bad.
Yeah.
Harrison Noble, yep.
Oh, boy. Phil took a shot. We're not on the high school huddle, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay. I was in Deer Creek today.
Ugh. Oh, yeah.
If facilities won state titles, Deer Creek would win them every year.
And that's not true. That's not a good argument. Because all the schools that are winning state titles right now, they have this stuff. So it's working for them. So that's not a good argument.
Let's see. Jinx is winning state championships. Yep. Union.
Deer Creek's competing in this stuff. They played for a state championship the other day. Their baseball team is very, very close to competing for a state championship.
Their cross-country team.
Cross-country team's good. So it's not like they're not competing. But the other teams that are competing, they have all those facilities, those little league fields and all that stuff.
And Deer Creek is a school. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing in
There's
Deer.
nothing in Deer
I
Creek.
mean, it's
like
basically
Piedmont.
Edmond. Piedmont, yeah.
Piedmont's the same way.
Yeah. Jeff Guthrie says the light at Harrison and Harrison and Division
Right here.
needs to be fixed.
That's always been like that. Yeah. Yeah, that automatic turn on Noble and Wentz there to go north, it's all the time.
What if I told you on Noble Avenue between Drexel and starting from Drexel, basically where everyone turns into Highland Park, if that road was to have a middle, well, okay, they are looking at at Noble, Pine and Noble, of doing something there with flashing yellow and a turn lane.
Yeah.
And they might go with a center lane all the way down Noble. They're talking about that. I think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. Just because the speed limit there is, well, I guess it's 35. People go 65, 55.
Yeah,
right
most
there.
of those accidents,
It
and
can
most
be
of
kind of
those,
dangerous.
and the accidents at Pine and Noble and also in front of Brahms are usually people not from Guthrie,
Yeah.
not knowing the area. But Pine and Noble is a high collision intersection. So I think a center lane, a turn lane, if you will,
Yeah.
and a flashing yellow will help that situation.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about putting a flashing yellow light up there?
Yeah, like-
Okay, yeah.
like at
Yeah, I
Oklahoma
got you.
now.
Yeah, I thought you meant just like have both sides just yellow going. I was like,
Oh, no,
that's not a good idea.
The flashing yellow,
Yeah,
flashing
I got
yellow
you.
turn.
Yep, I got you.
Flashing yellow turn.
No, I think that'd be good.
Yeah. So I think that's going to happen.
Now tell me if we can do that, if the city of Guthrie is allowed to do this, or is this have to be a state thing? On those
On what street?
on Noble,
That's ODOT.
okay. See, because they're the worst in Florida, by the way, when this happens. But if you want to go into Brahms, if you want to go into Love's, people don't know how to do that. People,
Oh yeah.
it's terrible.
Golden Chick. When you pull out a
It's
Golden
awful.
Chick. Yes.
So, but I was thinking if they could, when you get in that lane, have like a dotted line there, and then put a solid white line to where you're supposed to go, to where so people know where they're supposed to go.
you go closer to the end so you can see the traffic.
So you can see the traffic coming. If you're turning to go into Brahms like this, you need to be able to see the traffic right here. But a car will always come right here in front of you and block your view.
Yeah.
And they can't see because you're blocking their view. So I was wondering if they could do a dotted line and then put a solid white line where you're supposed to stop, so people can actually visually see it. And they're the worst in Florida at this. They don't know have a clue how to do that.
So this is not really what you're talking about as we take a look at the screen here. We apologize to our audio listening audience, but when you turn, you're supposed to turn on the inside lane, not go across two lanes. Honest time, I violate this a good part of the time. I try not to, but I go in the, like if I'm pulling off like industrial and division, sometimes I'll go to the outside lane instead of the inside lane.
Oh yeah, I do all the time. I got to take it doing that once.
Okay.
But no, like
I'm trying to find a photo.
a graphic. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, people like they're in that lane, but they won't pull forward yet because they're waiting to see what you do. I'll pull right in front of them so they know they have to go around, so they
I
can
do that.
actually see.
I do that all the time at the Golden Chick one.
Yeah, go do what you're supposed to do. Don't cut people off because they can't see the road if you do it that way.
Yeah, I can't find a proper graphic to show that at an uncontrolled intersection. I'm pulling out there. Phil says, I'm mad at Ronnie. Chris, I'll see you Friday. Phil, yeah, so this show next week, I think we might have a special guest.
Oh, who?
But I think the show next week's going to have to be on Tuesday.
That's fine.
I think I got city manager Eddie Faulkner coming on Tuesday.
What's the junior high schedule look like next week?
Yeah, I didn't look either.
Let's look at that.
So I think Blue Jay baseball doubleheader, Guthrie, 5:00.
Yeah.
Because I'm not here Wednesday. There's also a baseball game on Wednesday, so you won't be here Tuesday or Wednesday.
We probably need to do it Monday.
Monday. We will announce it. Be sure to follow us, Blue Jay baseball doubleheader, Chisholm.
I think that's canceled. That's canceled.
That's canceled.
That's canceled.
Okay. Jim Guthrie says, speaking of Brahms,
Oh, here's one right here, dude.
their butter and ice cream is on sale right now.
Ain't that kind of one right there we're talking about?
Yep.
Right there. I typed in proper turning intersection on Google. Then click
Proper turning
intersection.
intersection. I really need to start turning into the correct lane because you don't have wrecks that way.
I go to
But I always look too. So
click images.
click images.
Scroll down there and you'll see it. It's that one right there.
Okay. How far did you?
How do you have different? How does?
I spelled everything right. Did you spell everything right?
Yeah. I put no space after intersection.
No space after intersection. Yeah, me neither. Okay, so surely everyone knows what we're talking about. Maybe not, because I don't see it a whole lot.
Oh, right here. Here's another. Now it came up different.
See? I don't
Press enter again. See if it comes up.
press enter, see if it pops up.
You have a smaller screen, so you might have to scroll a little deep further.
Okay. I feel like I wish we were like on Judge Judy where they had the cars and you can Judge Judy. You can show the like board here. You liking the show with the new table?
I do. I
Yeah.
like it a lot.
Big thank you to Dave Evans. Yeah, I'm not finding it. So
Right here. That's what I'm talking about. Right here.
here, let me. Oh yeah, Cousin Nate's trying to get us to talk about the Oklahoma City Sparks.
Oh.
Cousin Nate, they have 12 people in the stands. Let me see that. Now I will send this. Let's see here. I will send this here to this drive. Upload.
Cousin Nate was there for history.
What history?
The first
the
ever
Sparks
professional softball game in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
2 innings.
Oh yeah, rain. Got rain today. Oh, Cousin Nate says they sold out every game so far. Wow. I was in Nebraska. I was watching some type of softball. Obviously, they were out of college. It wasn't very good.
Wasn't very good?
Wasn't very good. Was not very good. All right, so I'm going to pull this up here. Oops. Oh, what's going on? Okay. Cancel. Too big. There it goes. Never mind. I won't do that. I was trying to be funny, but I won't. This went downhill fast.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Funny guy.
Yeah, funny guy. Working. Oh my gosh. Phil needs to pay the internet bill. Cancel. Okay. Oh my gosh. I hope this works.
There it is. There it is.
All right. Talk us through this.
So that's what people don't know how to do this on the.
So the blue car is wanting to turn left
or go straight
or straight.
or straight.
So you're saying put the right now the double line is not
Yes,
there.
put the double line there and the solid white line right there, so people have a visual to where they need to go. And as a matter of fact, since there's a turn lane on our street, you could put another line to show the car where to go. So that red car will need a line to show where he needs to go. Well, I guess the white line will tell you exactly where
Yeah.
you need to go because they know they can't stop right
It's
there.
the opposite of what you think.
Yes.
So that blue car who's wanting to turn left
Or
can
go
see
straight.
or straight
Yep.
can see the oncoming traffic. And this is perfect for
Yes.
on Highway 33 at Golden Chick, just by Highway 105.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to the far right so you can see the cars coming on the far right.
Yep.
And then you turn left. Where the red car is the other way.
They can see the oncoming traffic come from the west, and they can go straight or they can turn left.
Yeah.
So
And the section I'm talking about as you go out of Golden Chick, that's the perfect. You can put two lines there and one line there and be
Golden
good.
Chick, the convenience store, and then that other burger place there.
Yeah.
That all needs to be right there. They need those lines there. People are crazy, and they're going to get somebody hurt when they don't follow those signs. Oh boy,
Jordan Tooley. I do it right, turning on Midwest from Division, and get honked at and flipped off.
I know. I'm the same way. I don't care. I yell at them, say you're not doing it right. I put my finger at them.
Maybe a sticky note will work. Jerk. Jerk stores out.
It wears me out, man. People. Oh.
Carrie says, make it even simpler. Even 2 arrows would work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult. But again, people, I pull right up there, and this dude literally squeezed between me and the curb like this far. I mean, it almost hit me because they don't want to do it the right way.
Were you in a tow-away zone?
I was not.
There was no signs, by the way, for a tow-away zone either. So
then he was lying.
Yeah, exactly. I can't do business with people like that. So cousin Nate, big softball guy.
Is he still talking about this?
Oh yeah, he's got Jason Canning on. Cousin Nate says the Sparks. I guess they play at UCO because they only have their own stadium. But anyway,
whatever.
It says every game sold out so far. Jason Canning brings up this thing, which brings me to another deal. Nathan, any plans to move the games to Owens Field? So with that being said, we were in Omaha with the College World Series. I saw 2 baseball games. I see LSU, Tennessee was great. But we were up there because the College World Series, and there's a huge baseball tournament going on, huge baseball tournaments going on. Well, same thing in Oklahoma City when the Women's College World Series was here. They have a lot of softball tournaments going on. Well, it rained multiple times, and some of the fields got rained out. Well, of course, Guthrie didn't get hardly any rain, so they moved some of those fast pitch softball tournament, those summer tournaments, to Owens Field.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So
just embarrassing. Just embarrassing.
Yeah. So they're playing softball at Owens Field, and like it does every night. Well, I don't know where you're from, but where I'm from, it gets dark every night.
I'm from where you're from.
Okay. So where we're from, it gets dark. The sun goes down.
Yeah.
And they have to turn the lights on.
There's no candles there.
And the teams there go, we're not playing. This is not safe. We're out of here.
Yeah.
And so
we have better lighting in here than they do at Owens. No, it's just embarrassing that the place. I know the people that work there. They try their hardest. They do, but you got to have funds. You got to have money to do stuff.
Cousin Nate, for all one of you Sparks fans out there, Jason, Spark games will be at ASA Hall of Fame Stadium, home of the World Series, starting July 1st. So they had to get the real games out of the way before they can come.
Well, not just that, they have to repair the field too, because the bleachers are in left field and all that stuff. Well, they have to move it all, but just because of other like slow pitch softball, I would imagine.
Yeah,
because those fences are pretty long.
I was there for slow pitch state softball tournament. Oh, by the way, I got checks for you. Don't let me forget they're in the truck. And the grass was
Was it?
I think it looked okay on TV, but I was like, oh, they got a lot of work to do.
Oh, the College World Series, the grass looked good.
Yeah, it did, but before that, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Dana says, have a guy on a four-wheeler direct traffic out there in his four-wheeler with his notepad, sticky nose. Tow-away zone. Oh, about time to wrap this up. We'll go 6 more minutes here. GF Guthrie, how about a Sportsplex splash pad combo, the ultimate kid spot?
Dude, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be awesome. That would be really, really good.
Terra Rosa Art Gallery Creative Space, also known as John P., says, I've seen this a few times, between John P., Terra Rosa Art Gallery Creative
about this
Space.
A lot here lately.
Yeah, he has. Almost as much as the Beacon.
Yeah.
But he asked, can a minor league baseball team draw fans without serving beer at their ballpark?
Well, yes, absolutely they can.
Yeah.
I don't drink when I go to ball games.
My main thing would not be the beer situation, is where you're going to play these games at in Guthrie.
Yeah, that's what kind of threw me off. I'm like, I saw him talk about this a lot here this past week, but I was like, where the heck are we going to play this at?
And, Squires Field, but a lot of times here soon, that center field's going to go down. Even the high school teams have to play with that. Now, if you throw some money at them, I'm sure they might keep the fence up a little bit longer. But, but I guess Squires Field.
Give money to turf that practice field, play up there.
Yeah, I guess Squires would be the only location where you can play minor league.
Well, who's going to take care of it? Me and Zach and Bennett?
That's where the money comes in. The entry fee, the stadium fee, all that stuff.
Good. We need a new lawnmower. We need. I'll get you a list. Yeah, I would go to a ball game if they don't sell beer. I don't care. I don't pay the.
Yeah.
I don't like paying.
It's
15
overpriced
bucks.
anyway.
Yeah, I don't like paying $15-18 for beer anyway.
The pricing at the College World Series wasn't too bad. So a souvenir Sprite, $6.50.
That's not bad.
Chicken tenders and French fries basket, $13.
Yeah,
It was.
that's not a bad price, but the quality is what it is. It's probably frozen and set because if you go to go to the Roadhouse and you get the chicken critters, it's freshly made and it's about $13.
LSU and Tennessee. Well, I guess it'll be on TV, but Taro says June and July is the peak season.
LSU's beating Wake Forest right now.
Oh, Wake Forest. Oh, they bore me.
I'd much rather Wake Forest win than daggum LSU.
Oh no, LSU. That's fun stuff.
I know, but they've been there, done that. Let Smails win.
Cousin Nate says parking will be great at Squires for our minor league game. Ball game.
Yeah.
Somewhere else.
Over.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Yeah. There's 85 police units parked there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can't do a lot of things during baseball season because the parking, there's nowhere to park. We can't host a Class A, B state championship game or anything like that because there's no parking.
Yeah, there is no parking.
Next.
Yeah.
Good call, Nate.
Yeah, parking, because it's a city-owned parking lot, although part of the deal, the great icon Holly Chapel had that land donated to the city, but the understanding was it's for baseball parking during baseball season, and there's no parking there. And so a lot of people will go, you know what? There's no parking here. I'm going to go over to the church. Church is trying to have.
Church does not like you parking. They do not park at the church.
It is their parking lot.
Yep.
I mean, you shouldn't park there if you're not allowed to park there.
Yeah.
Unless, oh no.
So where all the
That was a.
so where all the patrol cars park. That's where fans are supposed to park at.
Correct. That was the understanding when that land was donated.
Well, there's a lot of police vehicles parked there.
Yeah, I think a conversation will be had, but we'll see.
Yeah, we got to honor what Mr. Chappell said.
Yep, absolutely. And so then they go to the church. Well, you can't park at the church. So then they go where the firefighters park in the back of their building, where they park their private vehicles. So it's a big old parking mess down there.
The only other place you could really feasibly park at is where the buses park for football games, pit a parking lot there, but there's no way to get to the to get to the stadium.
You're walking in during the game.
You're going to walk into right field.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just put stands out there. Just bring the stands out like they do during football season. Just put them behind the fence.
Then you're looking through the fence. You're not.
That's fine.
Oh,
watch the game. Parking.
Squire's a cool place to watch for fans because they have the shade. They have the stands that cover you from the weather. Mm-hmm. So, but all right. Well, next week's show,
TBA.
Not Wednesday.
Not Wednesday.
Maybe Tuesday.
Not Tuesday.
Strive Wellness Lounge with a PSA. Make sure you do not back into a parking spot.
That's true.
I was in downtown Omaha, and they had reverse parking.
Oh.
Did I send that picture to the I think I did. To the marketing group. And they were all parked backwards, reverse parking.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I see it.
Yeah.
That one?
And there's another picture.
Is there?
Of all the cars parked
I didn't
backwards.
see this. Yeah.
Yeah. That's thousands of dollars for the local police department. So, Tara Rosa, that's just our immediate thoughts. Anything's possible. So, Carrie says they can do some shuttle buses. So, you go down, park downtown, take a few shops, and then get a shuttle bus, the trolley, to the baseball game. So,
We need more restaurants then.
Yeah. So I don't want to be why you can't have something. How can we do it? So so
we'd have to be very creative.
Yeah. So where there's a will, there's a way, and I've seen John put his mind to many.
But wait a minute,
things.
if you let them park down here, they're taking spaces up for businesses.
Phil's gonna be mad.
Do you think Strive Wellness wants people who are going to ball game to park all in their spots?
Well, it's public parking.
Oh, I get it, but you want the customer parking there.
Maybe that's one of the shops they'll stop at.
Maybe
so. So, all right, we are out of here. An easy 2-hour show without Phil. We didn't have a whole lot of notes, but with the great viewers we have, it always makes it a lot easier to have. So, big thank you to everybody out there. Have a fun. I guess the heat's coming. I think 90s is coming.
Dude, it was 97 yesterday.
A heat index of a cold front, wind chill of 111.
We were at the OSU baseball camp this morning, and it came down hard on us about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Had these clouds just come rolling in, and we took all the kids and went to that really nice indoor facility. But did we get any of that rain here in Guthrie?
Yeah, today.
Oh,
sure
good.
did. Yeah,
Good.
sure did.
Yeah, that's right. We
Jeff
did.
Guthrie, till next week. Look forward to the Eddie interview. Yeah, I talked to him last night. I think we got him. He was booked for the Wednesday night show, but I won't be here, so I think we're going to try to get Tuesday night. So we'll see how it goes. And Terry Rose says, we want a parking problem. I bet totally agree with there. So it's a good problem they have. They say, totally agree with that. So, all right, we're out of here. For our good friends, Silas B. Maxwell, Ronnie Phillips, I'm Chris Evans. We'll talk to you next time here on the Open Mic Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in to the Open Mic Podcast. Join us each week from inside the Second Banana Media Studios located in beautiful downtown Guthrie. Catch our shows on Facebook and YouTube and also on Apple, Google, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Until next time, so long from Guthrie, America.